All right, Matt. Well, there's one thing that I learned in the wild card round, and that was the Jags are going to Jags, the Bills are going to Bills, and the Steelers are going to Steelers.
Yeah, I mean it's exactly what happens. Josh Allen, no Mahomes, no Joe Burrow, usually wins. That's been his history.
Yeah.
Get them out of there. He finds a way. Jags, much better team. Still the Jags till you prove it in the playoffs. Can't believe it. And I don't know how many times we have to talk about the Steelers. Bet their win total over. Get in the playoffs. One and done
And
under
I guess
Tomlin. And now we've seen him step down, which was them being very nice and saying we're parting ways.
and I guess you could say also, Matt, that the Pack are going to pack.
Uh, uh, well, they at least advance sometimes, but man, did they collapse down the stretch.
The,
And in that game, good
I
Lord.
I mean, there's still I like LaFleur, but there's still that question mark around him in the playoffs, though. And I know they had catastrophic injuries with Micah Parsons and Tucker Kraft. I get it. But 21-3.
The Niners have catastrophic injuries, pal. And look at what they did. Like
Exactly.
that's the difference
I'm
in a
sorry. You
team.
you got to
There's
close out
no
that game.
excuses. That close out the game. That was the worst half coaching I've ever seen in my life. In my life in a playoff game. Like that was horrible.
Yeah, that was bad.
They couldn't even get a first down against a lifeless defense. And like the fact that they were out there just lollygagging around, keeping the Bears in, enter the fourth, and even still, they enter the fourth quarter 21-6, and you give up.
I didn't get it.
The Brandon McManus.
Make
It's
your
a good
kicks.
thing. It's a
Make your
good
kicks.
thing. Make anything like he missed a kick before the half. They called a timeout. He made it during. They call timeout. Then he misses it. So cool practice.
Mhm.
Then you miss an extra point. Then you miss a field goal. What a puddle and what a prick. Oh, was I mad?
Right.
Was I mad? And then I have so much to rant about. But you know what? I'm gonna save it because what I want to rant about is a team that is currently playing still. So I will get into that. But man, I'll tell you, of all the best bets that I've lost this year, and there's been a few, quite a few, that was as frustrating. 21-3, 21-6 going into the fourth. As bad as they played in the third, still only gave up 3 points. And to do that, and not even that, you're letting you're getting first downs to put them away, and your guys are running out of bounds
Yeah.
twice. Twice. If you don't run out of bounds, the game's over. The game's over. Unbelievable collapse. That team, and I'll tell you what, I was all about LaFleur's a good coach. You can't fire LaFleur. Relax, Packer fans. Relax. After that game, I would have let him in the locker room. I cannot believe, and I get it. He's still a good coach. I've calmed down since Saturday night. But if we had a podcast Saturday night, I would have just screamed for an hour.
I looking at this coaching cycle with all these vacancies popping up though, like I think it's fair to question if the Packers should maybe check in on one of these guys.
Well,
I mean, it seems like Harbaugh's going to the Giants, yeah, but I don't know.
you have to
Stefanski to
think it's
Green Bay, maybe. I
technically not legal, but like teams are doing it. Like I feel like Miami was checking in on Harbaugh. I was convinced, especially after Schefter tweeted about like they're checking in on him. I'm like,
yeah.
okay, this feels like he's gonna end up in Miami now.
Like I don't know if there's a better
I don't
candidate
know.
than LaFleur out there right now besides Harbaugh. Tomlin seems like he's going to the media, taking a year
It,
off, kind of like a
yeah,
Belichick thing.
yeah. Depends on
Um,
what you want in a head coach, right? They're so different.
right.
But like he is a good mind, and you keep him. Parsons said like this is one of the reasons I wanted to come to Green Bay and I signed here long term was LaFleur.
Okay.
So the players believe in him, and
What
for
about
that, you
yeah,
got to give it
sorry.
to him. He's still a good coach. I mean, at the end of the day, like
I mean, listen, I think gun to my head, I don't think LaFleur is going anywhere, but
no, I
what
don't
was
either.
Micah Parsons' relationship with Brian Flores in Dallas? I don't know. Was it good? Was it positive? Because that would be interesting.
Was Flores in Dallas with
Yeah,
him?
he was the coordinator there.
Was he before Minnesota?
I think he
I can't
was,
even
wasn't he?
remember where he was, to be honest. I thought he was. I know he's in Minnesota now.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I thought he went to the Cowboys for like a year.
maybe, dude. I can't keep up with this stuff, to
Maybe
be
he did.
honest.
Maybe I just
Uh,
fucking made that
maybe you
up.
made that up. Maybe you believe that.
There
I'm
is a
sure you like
possibility
Flores.
that I just
Tuck.
made that up.
Tuck.
No,
That's all right.
he has never set foot in the stadium. What
Never
an
even
idiot.
coached there. Never
What an
even
idiot.
coached.
Idiot. Stupid idiot.
We have a double best bet this week.
We do have a double best bet this week, but I went 2-2 in the wild card round. You went one and
One and
three.
three.
Lost
Brutal.
both best bets. What are you gonna do?
Went 3-3 overall. So
Three
how
and
my
three
season's
overall.
gone. How my season's gone.
Yeah,
Radio show came on, gave out Bills money line, said I like them, bet them.
yeah.
What was the other
Um.
one? Niners.
So
Niners. You cashed.
yeah, we have some picks here, Matt, that
Yep.
are
Let's just do every game,
nearly
Tuck. Who cares?
identical. Yeah, let's do
Who
every.
cares?
You're gonna have to help me out because once again, my shitty building right now is lost all cell signal, and I can't connect to the Wi-Fi because of gambling. Woo,
Oh, listen,
spooky gambling. You
you
can't go
can't
on the
do that.
gambling websites.
Can't do that.
Can't do that, even though it's fucking everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dumbasses. So you're gonna have to help me out with the latest numbers, and I will
I got you.
also defer to you in terms of where the money's heading, what the
Hmm?
public is backing.
Sure.
Let's get right to it.
Let's do it. We'll go in order again.
Yeah, let's just
Rotation
go.
order.
Let's just go in order. We have Saturday 4:30. Bills on the road. Denver. Denver is at the moment favored by one, I'm seeing, and the point total of this one is 46 and a half. Now, has there been a back and forth shift in this one? You're gonna have to fill
Yeah.
me in.
Yeah. Buffalo opened the favorite. They were minus 1.5. It's flipped to them being dogs by 1.5 in most spots now.
Mm.
Um, which interesting. I get it, I guess, because they're home team 1 seed. Want my pick?
I'm on the Bills money line,
Bills money line as well.
and it's
Yeah.
I have
Good.
a question mark next to it. I already placed the bet. I placed it on Monday morning.
Mhm.
Um, just because I learned my lesson in the wild card round, but I feel like everybody's chatting Bills. And
Yeah, a
that's
little
when
bit.
my antenna goes up a little bit. And let me
Mhm.
tell you this, Matt, on
Mhm.
Monday Night Football, heading into the game and just going on socials or, text with friends or whatever, there was a lot of people all over the Steelers. They're like, oh, Steelers, Steelers, Steelers. And that is when my spidey senses go off. And I'm like, nope, Houston money line.
Houston.
And I
Mhm.
took it, Houston money line.
Good play. Good
Um,
play.
so I feel like that's happening right now as of Wednesday afternoon that everybody's going to be on the Bills and Josh Allen here. And that gives me a little pause, but nonetheless, I took the Bills money line here.
Don't have the pause. Don't
Okay.
have the pause. Josh Allen. Just keep riding the Josh Allen train. Like, look, guys, like this is playoff time so often comes down to how does the quarterback play. Look at last week
Yeah.
when they needed it. Matt Stafford stepped up. Bryce Young played one of his best games, played unbelievable in that game. But Stafford down the end of the game played like an MVP. Went out there, brought his team back, won the game. Um, Give it to Caleb Williams. Fourth quarter, he's done it all year. He played like shit for 3 quarters. Fourth quarter, he stepped up. Jordan Love, where were you? Got lost in the game. Can't get lost in the fourth quarter of a game. Had a
No.
nice last drive, but couldn't put the finishing touches on. Caleb Williams pulled that game out, played better in the fourth quarter, won the game. Shift to Sunday. What quarterback played better? 90% of these games in the playoffs come down to take the talented quarterback. It's why you throw out everything with Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. You like how many times you bet it. You just have to ride him. You just got to do it.
Yeah.
And
I,
you throw out the stats from the regular season sometimes where you can fade the better quarterback. is at this level, really. Like Josh Allen's like we're talking about a step above, right? Like this guy is first class, arguably the best quarterback in the league. And he's like a freaking cyborg. The guy is just unbelievable. Like he's single-handedly running through the Jags D, throwing on
Yeah, I
them.
mean,
Uh,
and the thing is now you saw the Buffalo defense step up and make some big plays too.
yeah.
That you could chalk that up to Trevor Lawrence being Trevor Lawrence, but
Well,
still
yeah.
they made the plays.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen once again took over that game in
Comes through.
Jacksonville. Comes through exactly, and that's where I'm at. I mean, looking at the Broncos' schedule, like they really haven't seen a challenge since the Packers game, and they eked that one out in the fourth quarter in early December, and then they got their doors blown off in the next game versus the Jaguars.
Look, nothing against the Denver Broncos. Good team. Is Bo Nix there? Do you believe that Bo Nix is good enough to take advantage of this Bills defense? I don't. And here's the other thing. Advantage Buffalo. Patrick Surtain is the best cornerback in football. There's no question. Who's he taking out? It doesn't matter who he takes out because the Bills don't have that guy. They don't have that number one receiver. You
No,
want to
they'll
lock
get
down someone? Cool. Just don't throw at him. We'll be fine. We'll go the other way. And Riley Moss is another good corner, but he's not anywhere near Surtain. And sure, like this Bronco defense is loaded. If anybody's going to stop Josh Allen, it's probably them. Like, like the way their defense plays and they're at home, tough place to play.
yeah.
But Buffalo is just like they have to be looking at if we don't do it this year, when the hell are we going to do it? And I'm riding the train. I said it last week. Um, I was scared to bet the Jags, even though I thought they were the better team. I ended up on Buffalo because of Josh Allen, and I'm doing it again here. I'm taking Josh Allen. Sure, Denver's the better team. Sure, Denver's at home. I don't care. The Bo Nix to Josh Allen comparison,
It's not even close.
there's a wide gap in my
But
opinion.
coaching edge, Sean
Coaching edge.
Payton.
Yep. McDermott's a bozo. Yep. He was a bozo last week too. So it's always something to worry about. They got to get James Cook going more in this game than they did against the Jags.
It's gonna
Jags,
be tough to do against this
I know,
defense.
number one defense was the Jags. Now they play them. Um, Another top five D against the run.
I
Like
think
this,
top three. Yeah.
yeah. So like you're looking at another challenge. Get Cook going a little bit more in this game and look to get him going more in this game, right?
Yeah.
Also, can we just talk real quick? Tony Romo. I almost muted Tony Romo the other day. He had Josh Allen leaving the game 3 times. Oh, wait till this injury, Jim. His finger. I'm telling you, it's going to swell up in the end of the game. No, it's not. Didn't happen. Just complete clown show performance from Romo. We talked about it last week, how bad he is. He was awful on Saturday or Sunday, whenever they
Oh,
played.
Romo. Yeah, dude.
Awful,
That
awful.
clip that went viral. Where he gave literally no like insight or anything of value to the broadcast, and like the opening intro with Jim Nance, like the opening shot.
He's just
He was just
terrible.
like a bumbling idiot. Yeah, Romo's gone. I think Romo's gone. I don't know when his contract is, but CBS might be done with him.
They should be. He's
Might be
terrible.
done with him.
Just wanted to throw that out there because he was terrible and he annoyed me in the Bills game. I like the Bills. I think they get it done. I'm taking Josh Allen money line. Keep your
Yeah.
1.5. Um, Watch it land one now. Denver wins. But
And
but I'm taking.
yeah.
I'm riding Josh Allen. I told you this before the playoffs started. I'm gonna ride him, and I'm doing it again here.
Um, I'm not a huge X's and O's guys, but if I were the Bills, I would just either have Brandon Cooks or Keon Coleman and just run go routes up against Surtain and take him out of the play and just hit the seams with Dalton Kincaid and Khalil Shakir and chip away and maybe gets the screen game going with James Cook.
Yeah, Shakir's their best receiver. He plays out of the slot, right? So like, I think
Right.
I match Sertan up against him. And
No,
Brandon Cooks, give him credit, man. The guy's 117 years old and
he's
he's
not
out there
bad right
making
now.
plays. He's been
He's not
unbelievable
bad.
pickup for them.
Yep. All right.
So, like the Bills.
So I assume the public's heavy on the Bills, though, right?
Not so much. I mean, 63% of the Bills bets on the money line are on the Bills, but 65% of the money as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty even to professional public money there. It's 37% of the bets on the Denver money line, 35%. Slight edge, you'd say, to the public on Denver money line right now. This is all according to DraftKings. Um, Spread wise, 58% of the bets on the Bills, 61% of the money. So again, similar to the money line there. So it's kind of even. If you were to give an edge, it's a slight edge to Denver
Mm.
and that makes sense. Public home dog. Now flip the favorite. Still like them, small favorite. It does make sense. But I think the people you're texting to have a different initiative as well. Like they're looking at Pat's home game if they win and Buffalo
Well, yeah,
wins.
I
And
mean,
I mean, I think
what do
there's
the
a little
script
rooting
writers
interest
have, right?
driving that.
It's the script writers.
Yeah, script writers.
It's gonna be the third time we see Drake May and Josh Allen this season. You know,
Script
script
writers say.
writers, baby.
So yeah,
Um,
I mean, I think that's the people around here, of course. Bills are gonna win, of course. Go to Denver. Gotta have
yeah,
that home game.
I'll say this right now: if the Pats have to go to Denver, I don't feel great about that.
What would you
That
prefer as a
that
fan?
Bills,
Interesting.
Bills.
I think if I was a Pats fan, I'd rather play Denver.
I
And I
see
know what that
going into
involves.
Denver
It will be a
is
competitive
not
game, no
great.
question, against the Bills. I know
Yeah,
that. And they have advantages over the Bills, and I get that. But there's just that one little thing that
yeah.
scares me.
We can talk about it more,
Yeah,
but
we'll get there. We'll get
I
there.
just trust Vrabel and Josh McDaniels facing a team a third time this season over Sean McDermott, and
Well,
every
yeah,
game has been
that I
close,
that I give you. That I
and they
give you.
matched up
No,
well.
no argument there.
Yeah. All right. Second Saturday game here, and this is when I texted you on Monday morning as I was taking a crap at 5 in the morning, whatever. I don't know why I had to detail that, but I did nonetheless. I
I was
placed a
up.
wager on the Niners plus 7.5 here. That's my second like. I do not understand this spread. You're gonna have to explain it to me. George Kittle is not worth 5 points or whatever. I feel like this should be a 4.5 favoring the Seahawks here. Point total on this one is 45, considering that seems a little high considering it was what, a 13-3 game back in week 18 here.
Yeah.
Um, 7.5 is too much, and this is the biggest dog that the Niners have been for a playoff game in over 40 years, is what I'm seeing.
Yep, that is a fact. And agreement here. This is not me being a fan. It's just a numbers play. Um, Line's too high. And I think a lot of it goes back to 2 weeks ago. Seattle went into San Francisco for the 1 seed, beat them by 10, shut them right down. Um, no Trent Williams in that game, and we know how important Trent Williams is. I said it last week. If Trent Williams plays, they win football games. Like they are like they win it like 80% of the time when Trent Williams plays, and it's down. It's close to like 65% when
How,
he doesn't. So
how do you
he's
look to
such an
last week, by
important,
the way?
perfectly fine. Didn't look like any issues. In fact, Shanahan said if they played that game on Sunday, he would have probably been able to go, but they weren't going to push him with the playoffs. Even though the 1 seed was on the line, they weren't going to take any risks. They need him. He's so important to that team in protecting Purdy and allowing Purdy to do what he does. And you know, division game, third time they're playing. These teams know each other. I
Yeah.
don't care. Like you see this team, it's laughable at this point that you're still getting these high spreads against them when we've seen them just win football games and compete in these football games. Sure, they didn't look great 2 weeks ago, but guess what? This is a different beast.
Yeah.
I like the fact now that they lost 2 weeks ago, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
I do think Pearsall will be back. I thought he was going to play this week from what I was reading. I think he will be back for this game. That is actually very important because that was one thing they really needed against the Seahawks a couple weeks ago was that speed of him to get down the field and just stretch them out a little bit. Um, Break up that defense. I think like it's going to be a similar game to what we saw Saturday 2 weeks ago. But I think the difference here is obviously Trent Williams back. And Eric Kendricks played unbelievable. They lost. He didn't play much in that game. He came in as a reserve at the end of the game. He had his best game in his career. They're playing with linebackers they signed less than 2 months ago to their practice squad.
Yeah.
They're on their sixth and seventh linebacker. They win this game. Yeah, they've already all said we're playing for George. We're playing for George. George Kittle is the heart and soul of that team. So is Fred Warner. The two of them, and they're both out, right? So like I think people see that and they're saying, okay, this is too much now. This is too much now. But at what point, like, do we have to say, like, what do you mean it's too much? I'm not sitting here telling you the Niners win this football game. I don't think they're going to win this game. I'm going to be very clear about it.
I am sprinkling the money line, my friend.
I think people will, and I will not be one. I want them to win as a fan. I was surprised they won in Philly, to be quite honest. I didn't think they were going to win that game. I thought they'd be competitive, but it is just unbelievable the coaching job that they're doing. What they're doing with the players they have, who they lost in that game, the fact that they beat Philly's unbelievable. Uh, they're playing with house money, in my opinion, right now. If they win this game and they get Fred Warner back, that is going to be a very interesting
Well,
scene for the NFC Championship game, regardless of where they travel to.
you could add that as motivation, right?
100% is, and that's
Yeah.
part of why I like them at 7.5. He's back at practice. He's practicing. He wants to go, but they're kind of trying to control him from himself because I
And
mean, it's unbelievable he's even back in this position to play football this year after what happened to him. Um, so they're and he is their leader. Like you can't let him just get out there and be full go on like 4 days of
yeah,
practice. As much as I want to see him out there as a fan, you got to protect him from himself. And they believe in that locker room, they believe they can win this game without him, just as they have won all these games without him. And at some point, and now you're starting to see the media is starting to believe in Purdy. Like he had two terrible turnovers, um, and they still won that football
he
game. And in now 4 game winning drives in the playoffs for Purdy.
he
He
also didn't
is
play bad in the previous matchup, despite what
against
the
the
score
no,
said.
no, no, no. I know. I think I said that last week. Like he played really well. If you actually watch the game, watch the tape, like he was good. He was not the problem. Their offensive line was the problem, and they crushed their backup left tackle. So this having Trent Williams is huge. Now they got to
Huge.
stop the run more than they did 2 weeks ago. You can't let Kenneth Walker and friggin' Charbonnet run all over you. It's embarrassing. But again, look at their defense. I think at the end of the day, they still only scored 13 points, right? So this one's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be a close game. Um, I'll let you
And
take the money line, but I'm
no, I
taking the
mean,
seven and a half.
I'll sprinkle it, and there's still I can't fully back Sam Darnold yet as a playoff quarterback,
Yeah,
just
I get it.
because I what he did last year with the Vikings was a complete no show. And I forget who they played in that one, but he had a 77 passer rating, touchdown pick,
He was terrible.
9 sacks, 9 sacks.
9.
Who did they play? Who was that?
The Rams,
The Rams. 9 sacks. Oof.
crazy. That was
Uh,
he played as bad as you could play.
yeah. So I don't understand the 7.5. And this
Yeah,
Tongas,
he'll be better. Philly's very good against tight ends. I had a bunch of people texting me, "Where's Tonjas? Where's Tonjas?" Say, well, they're just good against tight ends. Where you beat Philly is
Tonj.
they're terrible against running backs out of the backfield.
I've been watching this kid when Kittle's been out, or
Tonjas is
you,
good. Yeah, he's a good player.
that's a good little weapon you got there. So it's not the worst that you lost Kittle. Like obviously you want him, but especially with his pass blocking and everything. But
Yeah, he's a
Tonjas
huge
was
piece.
good. I
Tonjas
thought he
is
was good.
good. It takes two guys to replace Kittle. That's the thing. You'll see a lot of two tight end sets from the Niners where Luke Farrell's more of a blocking tight end and he's good. And then Tonjas, he's
Seattle
okay in the blocking game, but he's a better offensive weapon.
Seattle hasn't been great against opposing tight ends this
No, they
year.
haven't,
So look out for that. Maybe a
including a Tonjas game winner in week
Ton,
1 when they beat the Seahawks in Seattle.
Tonjas anytime TD.
A little Tongy. I
Little
like
Tongy
that.
time.
Tongy time.
Maybe sprinkling that. Okay. Let's head to the Sunday slate here, and the New England Patriots coming off their beat down of the Chargers, at least in the second half.
Yeah.
Hosting the banged up Houston Texans. Doesn't look like Nico Collins is going to be playing in this one. Seeing he suffered a concussion. Not confirmed though, but all indications are he's probably not going to make it for this one. But the Patriots, nonetheless, favored by 3. Point total in this one is 41, 40 and a half in some spots here. And this is a double best bet from the both of us, Matt.
Yep.
Give me the Pats -3. Too
That
baity?
it?
Too baity? Or not enough? I don't know. Like the Houston defense scares me more than the Chargers did, but I feel
Oh
like
yeah.
the Chargers matchup was a nice little test and preparation for not only two offensive linemen who are rookies, but also the quarterback, second year quarterback, who really hasn't faced that good of a defense the entire year. I guess maybe you could say, the Browns were a solid defense with their pass rush, but I thought that the Chargers defense going into that game last week was just not getting enough credit for what they've done, and they brought it. They brought it
They were
last week.
great. The Chargers defense was great.
They were, but it was the Chargers. It was the Patriots defense. I thought
Yeah.
was the story of that game last week. You could point the finger at Justin Herbert all you want, but like the adjustment and the schemes that you saw from Vrabel and Zach Kerr, the defensive coordinator, has been filling in for Terrell Williams, who's been out with prostate cancer. He's
Mhm.
been awesome,
Yeah.
and credit to those guys. I thought the biggest takeaway from that Patriots game was the defense finally showed up and maybe showed opposing teams that like, hey, look out, look out for us because we're probably the toughest team in the NFL right now in terms of like the hits they deliver and just like the fearlessness that they have. That sideline, whenever I see that sideline, it's the most jacked up sideline I've seen in recent memory. Um, I'm backing them this week. Patriots hopefully hosting the AFC Championship next week with the Bills in town, but Pats -3, best bet.
Yeah, my best bet as well. I like this number. Yes, Nico Collins is banged up, Tuck. We'll see if he goes. Christian Gonzalez, same thing on the other side,
Christian
also
will
in
play.
concussion. But
Christian will play.
well, I think they're both in concussions, and that's one thing that like the one thing about concussions is it's the one injury where they need an outside person to approve you.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
always
sure.
say it's Wednesday. So like I just want to flag it.
Well, did you see he
Um,
posted to Instagram last night?
I did not know.
He
Don't follow
said
Christian
something.
Gonzalez.
He said something along the lines of "I'm back."
Well, all right. Well, that's nice. He's definitely not back though in
And
2 days
did you see the hit though
of on Gonzalez when
on
he's
Gonzalez?
his
Yeah, it
head
was.
back. Yeah, yeah. Well, it
Yeah, it
didn't
was like a
even look like he had a concussion, but I know
no.
like he did smash his head off the back, but it wasn't bad. I do think I'm in the one that I think both will do everything they can do to play. Obviously, just with that third party, it's Wednesday and we don't know. Like he can say he's back, but that doesn't mean anything really. Um, at the end of the day, I do think Gonzalez goes. We'll see on Collins. I made this bet assuming Collins would play, just in case. Just thought that was here's the thing for me. It's more about CJ Stroud. Like this guy's been terrible. Like he was horrendous on Monday. Their defense ate up Pittsburgh, ate them up. Two touchdowns for the defense in that game. They're not getting two touchdowns against the Pats. Like let's just face it. And if they don't get that two touchdowns, that game's a whole hell of a lot closer than it should have been
Yeah,
because Houston's so much better than Pittsburgh talent wise. We've seen this movie before. How many times has Houston come up here with a good defense? And I know it's a different coaching staff, and I
different
know the
quarterback.
players are different, but like at the end of the day, like this just feels like. I mean, I think Patriots fans probably wanted Pittsburgh. I would want Pittsburgh if I were you.
Sure. Oh yeah,
But Houston's defense is as legit as it gets.
yeah. I would say
But
them
their
and the
offense,
Broncos.
man, their offense is so bad. And the Chargers O line was, we talked about that being the concern for the Chargers side last week. And God almighty, were they the concern? They couldn't block anyone. So Houston, not the greatest line, though they're playing nothing like, not as bad as the Chargers. So be a little bit more of a challenge. I just don't see CJ Stroud coming on the road and winning two straight playoff games, to be
No,
quite honest, against a Pats team
especially
that
in
can
this,
explode offensively.
especially in this cold weather too.
Yeah, I mean they did it last. I mean it was pretty cold in Pittsburgh Monday night, but at the
And
end of
he
the
played
day,
like
like
shit.
this, he played terrible. So that's my point. I'm not worried about the defense. I am worried about a very similar game to what we saw against the Chargers. I think, I don't expect the Pats to have like 52 sacks and QB hits, but I don't even think they need it. Like if Justin Herbert was the quarterback for the Texans, I'd lean the Texans
Yeah.
as bad as Herbert's played. But there's a
So
significant difference there in CJ Stroud and the way he's playing as to how like pretty good Herbert was all year long with what he
sure.
had to deal with on the O line. So like yeah, I think the general public's going to be like, "Oh, Justin Herbert sucked again." Well, I don't what you want the guy to do. I don't care if you have Brady back there. I don't know what he was going to do in that game against that pass rush. So for me, I think the Pats defense really stepped up and showed me something against a good team. I was a little bit worried and concerned about their defense going into the playoffs because we've seen far less competition move the ball on them at will at times, and that was concerning to me. Full honesty. That's why I like the Chargers to keep it close. Here, I've seen it now. I think the Pats will move the ball enough in this game. I think you're going to see a very similar game to last week. To be honest with you, I
Yeah, I
don't
do
think it's
too.
going to
I took the
be.
under for what it's
Yeah,
worth too.
yeah. I think it's probably a solid play. Um, just win football games and find ways. Like May was terrible throwing the ball in the first half. Used his legs, kept him
Yeah,
afloat, had a
he
much better
looked.
second half.
I thought he looked a little hesitant in the first half,
Yeah,
and
nerves
he
too.
didn't.
First playoff game, like,
He didn't. He took some velocity off the ball. I thought at
yep,
times maybe he was trying to aim it a little bit. I thought, but in the
totally.
second half, I mean, he definitely got used to it, more comfortable. I thought.
For sure. Made much better throws, was on the money more, more like what we saw in the regular season. So seeing it, I told you if I wanted to see it, I saw it. I believe this Patriots team's going to the AFC Championship game. I don't think Houston's going to be. I think we're getting another 10-point game here or something similar,
Yeah,
in a lower scoring game yet again. And I think you'll see the Pats D step up. I'm not especially if Collins doesn't play. Forget it. I don't know that offense without Collins. Like I just don't believe in him.
yeah. I mean, you'd have Higgins.
Who's played
The
well? Higgins
Kirk,
has played well.
Kirk showed up last week, but I'm not really scared by him. Dalton Schultz.
You need Collins on the field if you have any
Yeah,
chance in this game. If you're Houston.
you absolutely need Collins if you want any sort of chance.
Yep, agree.
And then for what it's worth, if you trust Pro Football Network in terms of their offensive line rankings in the NFL, uh, the Chargers ranked 30th, and
I don't
the
trust them.
Houston Texans rank 25th.
Yeah, I don't trust Pro Football Focus because I think they have a bunch of idiot rankings. But I will say this: if you don't have the Chargers like historically bad defense. That I don't know how you don't have them at 32. They were so bad all year long.
Yeah,
That's crazy to me that they're at 30. It's like they're a historically bad line. The Texans have been banged up too. That's what I was saying. Like there's another advantage there. I think you're going to see a similar game. I think they're better than the Chargers because they have like NFL caliber players on the line, but still it's not a great line. I think the Pats
former
have an advantage there.
former Patriot Trent Brown, right tackle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
They'll
I
take
mean,
advantage.
just real quick on the biggest knock on the Patriots all year has been the lack of a pass rush. And that's why I'm so encouraged by the game last week because they found ways to get after Herbert and really create pressure. Milton Williams or Chazon. Um, I just thought they really schemed it up well against the Chargers front there, and I would expect a similar type of game this week. Um,
Awesome.
I also want to
Agree.
notify our listeners and you, Matt, that on Tuesday morning, Monday morning, a lot of early morning dabbles from me this week. I
Yeah, fine.
I
Let's go, Tuck.
I placed a wager on Rams Patriots Super Bowl matchup,
Hmm.
and I placed a wager on the Patriots to win the Super Bowl. Plus 700 and plus 600.
Okay.
Just want to let it be known. I think this team is very special. It's one of the greatest turnaround stories in sports history to this point. To go 4-13 or whatever it was, and to 14-3 is remarkable. Free agent signings, draft picks, coach, quick turnaround. It's been a phenomenal ride. And I'm not a guy who is a jersey wearing Patriots fan. I'm a realist. I call it like I see it. Always have, always will. And I think This team's going to the Super Bowl, and I think they have a real shot to winning it. That's what I learned. That's the vibe I have now, Matt.
All right.
All right, let's go to the second Sunday game here, or the last game on the divisional round. This is a tough one. Very interesting spread. Bears hosting the Rams. Rams minus 3.5. Point total on this one is 48.5. Can the Bears extend their magic, Matt? Because I don't think they can.
Well, Tuck, did you know? Fun facts here. Let's pull my notes up. Um, Matthew Stafford, last 10 games outside in the
One and
rain and
nine.
snow. What?
1-9.
One and nine.
Sorry.
16 TDs, 11 picks. Last 10 in Chicago. 2-8 record. 109 point differential. Negative 109. Like they're getting crushed. And the current forecast for Sunday in Chicago, 20 degrees, 18-mile-an-hour winds, 55% chance of snow. Give me the Rams minus 3.5.
Yeah, I don't think those stats don't matter to me.
Throw them out. Throw them out.
I mean, he was with a shitty Detroit team. Like
this is the team. This is the team that I wanted to rant about. Ben Johnson specifically, okay? Because everyone loves Ben Johnson. Great play caller. Great guy.
Yeah.
What a fucking clown Ben Johnson is. And I'm done with him. First of all, he had coached one of the worst games I've ever seen. Like going for it, fourth down, his own 40. Like giving the Packers touchdowns in the first half. Like refusing to use his punter or his kicker. And it should have come back to bite him. The only reason it didn't is because somehow on the other side of the field, Matt LaFleur went brain dead and didn't know how to coach football in the second half. Okay. But Ben Johnson, this hard-o asshole who I can't stand anymore, right? A couple weeks ago, rips his shirt off in the locker room, like, oh, yeah, fired up, look at us, we're the best. Come out and lose 2 straight fucking games, going for the 1 seed and the 2 seed. Okay. Then last week goes up, runs over to LaFleur to shake his hand. If you haven't seen this clip, you got to go look at it. Runs over to LaFleur, just gives him a quick handshake, runs away, gets in the locker room. We hate those fucking guys. Like, it's such a clown. It's something like I would do as a fan. Like, shut the fuck up, Ben Johnson. You're an idiot. And you know what? You're going to cost your team, just like your bozo idol, Dan Campbell, cost this Lions team. And you're going to get so outcoached on Sunday by Sean McVay that it's silly. And I'll tell you right now, Panthers had the chance to knock the Rams out and they didn't do it. And that is going to be a wake-up call to this Rams team, who has not played well down the stretch. They were not sharp as they were midseason. They came in without Devontae Adams for a couple of games. Looked like they needed time to get him going. He really wasn't even a factor until the second half. I expect him to be much better in this game, get back on track. I just feel like this Rams team, you had a chance to bury him, and they didn't. And that's just kudos to the Rams and Stafford for pulling it out. But this Bears defense is not going to stop this Rams offense. They're not. They might slow them down because of the weather. It might factor in a few things. I do agree with that. Where is the Bears offense? This Ben Johnson guru outside of the fourth quarter where it's garbage time or seemingly garbage time until it becomes a game and they're giving them these teams chances to get back in it and they're delivering most of the time. Not always. The Niners stopped them. The Lions stopped them. I think you're going to see a lot of money come in on the Bears, both professionally and publicly, because it's 3.5. I'm not worried about that. It got up to 4, but back down to 3.5 real quick.
The hook scares me.
It does. Not me. I'm taking the Rams. I think win by a touchdown or more.
If this comes down to 3, I'm jumping on the Rams immediately.
Yeah, I mean, I already bet the Rams, so I'm fine at 3.5. I'm cool there. Again, I think they're going to win by a touchdown. This is close to my best bet. The only reason it's not is because I do have this anger towards Ben Johnson now that I didn't really have. He's annoying, but after last week, I'm like, dude, act like you've been here. Like you're sure. Like,
yeah,
you've had a good year. You've won by the skin of your teeth as much as any other team. You're so lucky that teams are keep letting you keep in it. Your defense blows. And you have all these weapons. You signed 5 new offensive linemen. You've been the number one offensive line in the league. It has completely helped you. And you're still doing nothing on offense for 3 quarters. You can't do that against the Rams. They will not, they're too talented and will go up and down the field on you as fast. They're not going to let you live the way the Packers kept you alive, the way the Lions kept you alive, the way the Niners 15th stringers let you keep alive. Like they're just not. And this team, you better be able to bring your offense from the beginning of this game to win this game. And I don't think they're going to. I don't think they're going to stay close. I think the Rams had their wake up call. I love the Rams on Sunday. Give me the 3.5. I am
Yeah.
fine with the hook.
I am on the under on this one, 48.5. I just don't think that Caleb Williams can get in a shootout with Matthew Stafford. Simple as that. Don't think it's going to happen. I think this is going to be a grinded out game. I think it's a big Kyron Williams game. Wouldn't surprise me if Blake Corum has a nice game on this one out of the Rams backfield. And I think Devontae Adams might be a little sprinkle for a 2 touchdown sort of game, by the way, versus Bears
Yeah,
defense.
everyone Nakua. Nakua will have Jalen Johnson
Oh,
on
yeah,
him.
I'm
Jalen
on
Johnson's a
Adams.
solid corner. He's their best defensive player. But he's beatable too these days. Coming back from injury, hasn't played the way his all pro self is, but they have nothing on the other side. So it's a
Yeah.
good idea.
All right, so a lot of double best, triple best bets, or not best bets, likes. We have a double best bet. Uh, Always makes me scared if we're in
Well,
agreement.
4 games though. 4 games. What are you
Yeah,
gonna do?
I know, but this is still a lot. Double best bet, Pats -3. Double like Bills money line. Double like Niners 7.5. And then I'm leaning Rams as well. The hook scares me because I'm a pussy. And the under is 48.5. And this was that's down from 51, by the way. So that is my third like. Um, so if Monday morning Houston wins, Denver
Oh,
wins,
that would be the worst
Seattle
AFC championship
covers,
game of all time.
and then Rams lose out to the Bears or something,
Ugh.
I am going to be so fucking sad.
I'll be sad because I don't want to watch the Seahawks, Bears, and Broncos, Texans, and that means I'm not interested in the Super Bowl, which I just don't like those 4 teams. The Rams and Seattle, as a Niners fan, you hate. 3 of the 4 teams left from the NFC West, by the way, insane.
Yeah.
Um, and then God, if Denver, Houston, I might as well. We've already seen that game, and I think Houston was my best bet, and CJ Stroud was taking a fucking ambulance after the first drive. They put him
Oh,
in.
yeah, yeah,
They put him 3 feet on the ground. I was like, that's just good. This is great. I'm watching
I
Davis
mean,
Mills, which in the
okay,
end, Davis Mills might be better. Who the hell knows?
so what are our AFC and NFC championship games next week, man? Because I am gonna go Bills and Patriots, and then I'm gonna go Niners and Rams.
More confident than me. I do think we're going to see a Seahawks Rams game most likely. I am not rooting for that, but maybe I'm just.
Both.
I think I just have to. I just have to tell myself this mentally because I've accepted that the injuries will do in the Niners, and they just keep proving me wrong. I'll take the points all day,
What?
but as a fan, I'm like, how much longer can they keep winning these
Hey,
football games? It's just crazy.
do you have any takes on the that whole power plant conspiracy theory that
Listen,
Kendrick Bourne referred to?
yeah, it's
That's
been
like right
all
next
over
door to the
Twitter. It's
Niners
been all over
facility.
Twitter. It's been all over Twitter.
Soft
Honestly,
tissue.
I do believe it. I
I
actually
mean,
believe that, but I'm
listen.
also a psychopath that doesn't like power lines, and your sisters convinced me that Wi-Fi is killing us all. So I have so it's right up her alley. Maybe that's
Now,
how I
is the
get her into
Wi-Fi
football.
killing us because it's making us dumber,
Oh yeah, no,
or
shut it
because of
off.
just
It's giving us
waves?
cancer. Everything
Yeah,
it's giving us cancer.
yeah.
The waves. Yeah,
Listen, I mean, like, it's not the worst theory. I mean,
I
this
don't
power
disagree with
plant's
it,
like next door to the facility, and every year the Niners are just fucked injury
dude. There's got
wise.
to be something. It has to be something. It's just not bad luck. I mean, they sign guys out. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter,
It is
dude.
weird.
It's crazy.
Also, did you happen to see the image circulating X of Brandon Ayuk?
Oh, speeding or what was he doing? The last thing I
No,
saw,
no. Go on X and look at a. He took like a selfie over the weekend.
he's
Of
the
he,
next
he
Antonio Brown, buddy. I
I
gotta,
think
I
I
gotta
think
tell
he
you,
was rooting for the Bills or something, but What ate Brandon Ayuk?
Oh, really?
Oh,
Really?
dude, looked like a bee stung him. Oh
Oh
boy,
boy.
he is swollen. Little
Yeah,
fatty now.
maybe that's
Fat
why.
Ayuk.
I gotta look this up. I don't see him.
I want to see your reaction.
Hold
Like,
on, let me see this.
I don't know if he's on steroids that puffed him up or something, or if it's just
Someone put him in an Applebee's
too much
jersey.
Taco
Someone
Bell.
put him in an Applebee's. God, do I love Vex. Twitter's just the greatest. Uh,
Just Google Brandon Ayuk fat.
oh, okay, I'll just do that. Google
Actually, he's not showing up.
and
Uh,
Ayuk selfie. Yeah,
selfie. Oh, this is a waste of everybody's time. I thought it would like pop up immediately.
yeah, dude, I can't find it.
Uh,
I'll keep searching for it, but wouldn't shock me. I do think this guy's got some level of CTE.
Something's going
He
on.
didn't check in with the organization. None of the players like who are friends with him haven't talked to him. And then all of a sudden he pops up and he's driving 120 by the stadium.
Oh,
Like,
here he
good
is.
idea, dude. Good idea. Then he apologized
Um,
for that because his agent's like, I'm gonna drop you if you don't. Um,
yeah, he's like wearing like some sort of cowboy hat or sombrero or something. But his face, if that is Brandon Ayuk, it's huge face, like
yeah,
puffy cheeks. I don't know what happened to that dude. Guy was a beast.
he was so good, but he's had some. He's an interesting guy to follow on social media. He just seems mad all the time.
Yeah,
It's weird because they paid him and now he's mad again. Like,
I know.
what?
That guy's got like an amazing contract. Although they'll get out of it
They're gonna get out
somehow.
of it
But
because they
I
have
don't think he's. I don't
clause
think
in
he.
there.
I don't think he's playing football again.
There's no guaranteed money for him. They're
No,
gonna cut him. Not gonna be able
as
to trade him at this point.
as
Who the
they
hell
should.
wants him?
Yeah.
And to be honest, I don't even like as talented as he is. I don't even want him back. Like, give me the guys out there. Like, I mean, they're throwing a guys like Malik Turner hasn't caught a pass in like 3 years. He's
Yeah.
out there throwing balls. Sam, like, what is happening? And even still, there's certain locker room guys that you just don't want on the team. And he is that guy now.
Yep.
Like, we're good. We're good here. Like that team is such like a next man up mentality. And to have a guy like that,
No,
I'm
he's
good.
never fit with Kyle Shanahan. They've always been clashing.
Yeah.
Um, hey, before we let you go, college championship Monday. Indiana favored by
Mm.
8.5 here, hosting or not hosting. They're facing Miami.
Oh, who is hosting? Miami's got a
Um,
home game.
yeah, kind of makes me want to take Miami here, but Indiana just looks like a
Boy,
fucking wagon.
they look like a wagon.
Eight and a half points though.
Yeah, I haven't bet it yet, but
You haven't bet it yet.
I'm leaning Indiana. I want to see if it comes down a little more to 8. It was as high as 9.5, at least what I saw. Um,
That's a lot of points, but they can go 16-0 and just get the crown.
yeah, I think Indiana's going to win it, which is nuts. Saying that Indiana is going to be your college football champ, that's just crazy to me. I can't even believe I'm saying that, but um, they're tough.
Seems like
They're good. They went out and grabbed a bunch of seniors in the portal and they attack the portal in a different way. Okay, good. We went experience and it's paying off because they have all guys that are
yeah.
moving the needle for that program. Holy
Um,
shit, they flipped it upside down in 2 years.
yeah, it is. I don't know anything about what they did, but just the fact that we're talking about Indiana in the conference or in the championship is wild to me.
It's nuts.
So if you do have a play, post it out on
I'll
our
tweet it.
Instagram at
I'll
Better In
tweet.
Laws or on X or whatever.
I tweet it.
Um, all right, I gotta call my car insurance because it's dude, like this has been a friggin' stress case
What's
nightmare.
going on now? You got a
Well,
little car accident. That's right, dude. The people don't know this.
I finally no, I said I got in
Did
an
you?
accident, didn't I?
Oh, it was the day we were going to record and it was around Christmas and then we just got
Oh,
busy
okay.
and
Maybe
then
I didn't see
I don't think
anything.
we talked about it on this.
Oh, I don't think we did. Okay, so on Tuesday, the 23rd of December, I just took my exit to go home in Marshfield, and uh, I just sat in an hour plus of traffic from Needham. Everybody's on the fucking road. Uh, everybody's stressed out because of the holiday. You can just like, when you're driving and you just feel the energy in the air and
Yeah,
everybody's just fucking an anxiety mess.
yeah.
It was
December
it,
23rd, worst day of
it
traffic.
was it was that. It
It is.
was 2:45 in the afternoon. And I just got off the fucking highway. I'm like, all right, I'm good. I'm gonna go home and, relax a little bit as much as you can during the holidays. And then boom, 18-year-old kid hits me on my driver's side door because he was stuck in the left hand lane to go northbound. And I partly blame the state because the design is just fucking
It
awful.
is tough over there. It's
So
tough over
if
there.
you're going northbound to go back on Route 3 on the highway, and if that one left lane gets backed up by like five
Yeah.
cars, that then leaks into the two lanes on 139 going straight, and then people panic because they're stuck in the traffic there of the backed up lane. They want to jut out.
Hmm.
So he jutted out into my car and he didn't see me. So he took out my driver's side door, he took out my rear door, part of it, my bumper. Uh, I'm fine. He was fine, but he was like an anxious mess. And ever since then, I literally just got an email 10 minutes ago, Matt, about like an update of my auto claim. December 23rd. Today is January 14th. Like I was taking Kelsey's car for the past couple of weeks, 2 weeks to work, because she wasn't needing it and she had her mother's car. But now it was just like this week I had to get a rental on Monday. I was like, I need a rental. Like you need your car. So I still hadn't had an update on like liability or anything. Obviously, it's just, you know, a case. It's such a black and white case. Like it's so easy. Like he hit me in the driver's side door. Like there's no gray area there, none. And I've been waiting this whole time for any fucking update. I think the problem was, Matt, that we have the same insurance and they're trying to figure out how to like not get as fucked as they're going to get. So I don't know, man. It's just a mess. So I got to get on the phone with them after this and see what update there is. It's just a fucking stressful situation, and it shouldn't be at all. I
Don't
mean,
give in.
no, there's nothing to Matt. There's nothing to argue or fight. Like
Yeah.
it's cut and dry.
Oh,
Like
that's good.
he hit me,
Yeah, yeah.
but
There's
I don't
nothing.
understand why liability hasn't been determined yet. It's so frustrating. So hopefully that will work out. All right, enough of that. Good luck, everybody. Divisional matchups this weekend. Hopefully, our feels being on the same page are going to pan out for the AFC Championship game and the NFC Championship game. Hopefully, we win our bets, of course, and we'll do it all again next week. Bye bye.
See ya.